Hey everyone, my name is Bridget. Welcome to my channel. For today's video, I'm going to be talking about my plans for 2020. Now listen, I am fully aware that it is like literally March right now, and we're a quarter of the way into 2020. Most of the people who have done this video did it around, December, January at the latest. But here I am, Miss Late to the Party. I'm gonna be talking about it now. There's just so many changes going on, you guys, and I want to bring you along with me. I mean, why am I doing YouTube if I'm not including y'all? So even though it's late and we've already gone through a couple of months of the year already, I still want to talk about my plans for 2020, and I hope that's okay with you guys. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna talk about my plans for 2020, some changes that we are making, some things that you guys can expect from me. We're gonna go ahead and get started. As always, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and let's get into today's video. Okay, so plan number one involves my animal building. We have purchased an animal building to be outside of our home in our backyard to put these animals into. I have a whole video that I put out fairly recently of doing an empty tour of the inside of the building and kind of talking about our plans for it and where the animals are gonna go, what we wanna do with the space and everything. So if you haven't seen that, I'll link it up here. But basically, that is gonna take up a pretty large portion of 2020, I would say. It's not gonna take us until the end of the year to get this up and running, but it's gonna take us a few months to actually get it all completed because, like I said in the empty tour video, it's completely bare bones. There's nothing in it. There's no wiring, electricity, nothing. So we have to finish it out ourselves. It's probably going to take until the earliest end of summer, but basically you guys can expect different videos that I'm gonna do, finishing it out, showing you guys what we're doing, getting the animals in there, all that jazz, and that's gonna take up a pretty good portion of 2020. Plan number two goes along with that, and that is what is happening to this room right here. I'm sitting in my current animal room. This animal room is basically like a den kind of area that's in our house. This house used to be my husband's grandparents' house, and so this room in particular has had several changes, and it's gonna be changed again. This room used to be my husband's like man cave kind of area, and our third bedroom in the house was my office. And then when we adopted Sydney and discovered that she had her anxiety and everything and couldn't live just in a normal room in the house, like more of a common area, I would say, we decided to move her into my office. And as things progressed and she was in there with me with the computer and things, it got a little bit challenging. So we decided to make that a bird room and then move my computer and things into our bedroom, which now is very crowded and cramped and just uncomfortable. I can't stand our bedroom right now. So since we have gotten this animal building and we're moving these animals out, this is going to be my office slash bird room. Now you guys know that I do not have Sydney anymore. I haven't done a video talking about her surrender. I will do that as soon as I'm ready and comfortable. I'm still not there yet, and I'm so sorry you guys, but I'm not at all. I'm a bird person. I love birds, and I have a species in mind that I'm kind of looking into and making sure I've got all the research down and everything else. I don't know when I would get this bird. I don't even know if I would get this bird in 2020. That is the plan. That's why it's on this list. There's a lot of things going on in 2020, so I don't know if that is going to happen. But what is going to happen is that this room here is going to become my office again, where my computer desk is in here. My big green couch that was in here is coming back in here, and this big green chair is going in my building. And when we do get our bird, they will live in here. Like their cage and play stands and things are gonna be in here. But of course, they'll be able to be out. Plan number three is more of a question where I'm not really sure if this is going to be part of 2020. I've talked about doing care guides forever. I have care guide plans. I have even started several care guides. I don't know, for some reason I'm getting pulled away from that idea. I just feel like there are so many different care guides out there, and many people are going to keep their animals in different ways. Maybe I do something differently that somebody else would do. So I go back and forth where it's like, okay, maybe I have something better to share, maybe I have something more that other people don't think about. And then on the other spectrum, do I really want to deal with varying opinions and conflict that could come along with it? I don't know. And some of the care guides that I've wanted to do involve an animal that might be special needs. My Uromastyx, for example, there's so little information on how to care for a Uromastyx lizard. It's insane. And I think that's why they're so unpopular and not as widely kept. People struggle with keeping them. So that in and of itself kind of inspires me to do a care guide on Uromastyx lizards, but I only have experience with a special needs one that has metabolic bone disease. So while I know the basics and know how to care for them and keep them alive and healthy and all that kind of jazz, it's like, are people really gonna trust me if I only have this experience and I don't have experience with a normal, healthy Euro? You know what I mean? If you guys really, truly want to see care guides in 2020, let me know. Like if you guys really feel like that's something you want to see, then I will consider it more and I will start working on them. But I can't make any promises and I'm not sure I want to go that route, if that makes sense. Plan number 4, bioactive enclosures. I have also gone back and forth on this for so freaking long. Bioactive enclosures are so fascinating to me. I think they're fantastic. I love how they're all different and set up and unique. I consider myself very creative, very detail oriented, very focused on the big picture. In my brain, I can create insane enclosures and like I can see it and I can feel it in my heart and I believe that that's what it would turn out to be. But I know myself and halfway into it, I might get frustrated and like throw the whole dang project away. And I don't want to do that. Doing bioactives, I'm a little scared. I'm 100% going to convert some of my enclosures to bioactives this year, but I'm going to start it very slowly. You guys are not going to see these crazy custom build amazing bioactives to start out with, okay? I'm not gonna go fully planted. I'm not gonna do a big custom background. Even though that would look better, I realize that my bioactives are not gonna look even close to being what they should look like. I don't care. I'm gonna do it the way that I feel comfortable doing it, and that is starting with just my glass enclosure, nothing fancy on the background, replacing the substrate with their specific bioactive substrate, adding in their cleanup crew of springtails, isopods, whatever, and then using fake plants for the most part and adding in like maybe a pothos or something. I don't know. My main goal here is that I don't want to clean so much. I want the animals to have more enrichment and like a healthier environment, and I want practice. So there you go. There was a little bit of a situation on Instagram where I was talking about bioactive enclosures and I talked about real plants versus fake plants. I got mostly positive responses and people kind of having the same idea as me on the subject. I just wanted to like ask and get other people's opinions, and I got some pretty ugly ones that basically called me like lazy and why do it if you're not gonna go full on with it, and that's all fine if you guys think that, but I'm gonna do what I feel is best and what I'm comfortable with, and I'm gonna go from there. You know, when you learn to ride a bike, you don't just get on the bike and go. You have training wheels first. So the way I'm doing bioactive enclosures is gonna be my training wheels, all right? That's it. Going along with that, plan number 5 is to change and upgrade some enclosures. Of course, there are some animals in here that need to be moved up because they're growing, they're still young, but some of the enclosures that we have with animals that aren't really going to get too much bigger than they are now, I wanna make some changes too. We definitely wanna dabble into some custom enclosures. I think we're going to do mainly colubrid custom enclosures. We're thinking of doing like 3x2x2. I haven't fully decided. We might do 4x2x2. I don't really know. Either way, it's a goal of ours to get into custom enclosures. With everything else that's going on this year financially, I don't know if we're going to be able to start that process just yet. And if we aren't, it's okay in my opinion. I think that the enclosures that they have are still perfectly fine, and we can get into that later once everything kind of settles down a little bit. And another thing that we're going to do, because some of these enclosures that we do have are these glass Exoterra enclosures. I love these enclosures, especially because they are front opening, they're sturdy and beautiful and blah blah blah, but some of them really suck at holding in humidity. We do use aluminum foil tape on the screen lids, but it's still sometimes not enough. A goal of ours that we're going to start doing is putting acrylic slabs on the lids of our Exoterras and then drilling in little ventilation holes on the top to keep in that moisture a whole lot better. So if you guys are interested, I don't know if you guys care. If you do, let me know. I'll show you the process. I might just do like an Instagram post or an Instagram story or something instead of doing a whole video on it. Okay, so plan number 6, I wrote this down and I've already done it. It's redoing my 20-gallon long divided aquarium. I did an entire video of setting this thing up and you guys saw, you know, my different snails, and I have added some shrimp in there, and we had our betta fish Jenny. Unfortunately, Jenny has passed away. She got very sick, and while medicating her just kind of took over and she didn't survive it. I'm gonna do a video on the tank once I get all the other inhabitants and things like that to put in there. I'll do a video and I'll explain in more detail, but basically I let it go. It looked horrendous and I've redone it, and now it's kind of coming in. You know, the plants are growing a little bit. There's some plant meltage as always. So once everything kind of gets settled and we get new betta fish and stuff like that and everything's kind of living in there or whatever, I'll do a video showing you guys an update on the 20-gallon aquarium. Okay, so plan number 7, this is my final plan. It involves my YouTube channel. There are going to be some changes. So I started this channel, this month will be 2 years ago. Pretty much the entirety of the time I've been on YouTube, I have felt so much pressure to make sure like I'm saying the right things, I'm doing the right things. Are people gonna watch this? Are people not gonna watch this? And moving on in 2020, I don't wanna stress so much. I don't want to worry if people are gonna watch a video or not. I don't wanna worry if I'm gonna get mean comments or not. I don't want to think about it so much. I don't wanna have like so much structured content. And I hope that I'm making sense by saying this. I always kind of have an idea of what videos I wanna put out. I make a list for myself. There are some like chill, fun videos in there. I did that on purpose to just kind of like help myself breathe just a little bit. But most of the time I've put out videos that I just stressed about so much, worried about the content and what I was gonna say, and I scripted so many of my videos. This year, I just don't want to. I don't want to overthink, and I don't wanna overanalyze, and I don't wanna worry. I just wanna have fun. I don't think that that would upset any of you guys. I don't see why it would. It's my channel. I created it. I'm creating the content. I'm putting in the work and the effort. So I wanna do what I want to do, and I'm not gonna stray away from animal content, but honestly I want there to be some times where I come in front of this camera and I just talk, and I know that people hate that. I get so many comments that talk about how much I talk and like, stop talking, show us this. I wanna see this, I'm here for the blank. If you want to see strictly animal videos, maybe go check out some videos where the person doesn't talk very much and they're just showing the animals. But me, I feel like I've made so many friends in this community that when I watch y'all's videos, I feel like I'm talking to my best friend, and I want that to be what you guys get from me as well. I wanna be relatable. I want you guys to feel like you're here with me and you're talking with me and to me. And when I do structured videos and scripted videos, I don't feel like that. Do you know what I mean? I hope I'm making sense with all this stuff. I don't want that to take over all of my content, but there are gonna be a few more of those videos brought into the channel of where I'm just talking. I wanna throw in some conversations. Is that okay with you guys? I wanna have conversations with you. Less structured major topic videos and more chill stuff that's fun to me, things I want to talk about, some updates on the animals if I have any, some updates on life if I have any. I'm not saying that I'm throwing away all education, because I'm not, but I don't want to think about it. I want to put out what I want to put out. There are going to be some things that are planned and pre-filmed, and that's fine. Everybody does that. I think that's important and necessary. Not everything needs to make me like overthink and become just a complete ball of anxiety. Okay, that's not what I want. I'm sure that some of my videos last year and the year before, maybe you couldn't tell that that was happening to me, but a lot of the times, yeah, I was just kind of stressed, and like some of the videos I didn't really like, and I felt like I missed so much information, or I didn't like the way that I looked or sounded or whatever. And so this year, I don't know, I'm just at a place in my life where it doesn't really matter that much to me. What I look like, what I sound like, this YouTube channel is so much fun and I love it and I don't want to stop it anytime soon. So with that being said, I just need things to not be so expected, if that makes sense. I don't want to be put in this category of like, well, she's boring because she doesn't put out this, and she's boring because she doesn't have these like crazy videos coming out where she's doing this and that. If that's what you want to think, that's fine. It doesn't matter. That's basically it, my plans for 2020. It probably doesn't sound like that's a lot of plans and changes, but none of these things have been done except for my 20-gallon aquarium. Feeling like we're running out of time. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys are excited for the plans I'm making for 2020. You're gonna come along with me. I hope you guys are okay with that, and yeah, that's gonna be it. If you guys enjoyed this video, please give us a big thumbs up and hit that subscribe button on your way out. I really appreciate it. Also hit the notification bell so you can know when I upload next, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.